Happy holidays, everybody, and Tony here with a tribute to one of my most favorite Cartoon Network commercials of all time. I'm talking about Cartoon Network's Holiday Rush, which first aired on December 4 to 25, 2005, and aired once again on December 3 to 25, 2006. The Christmas carol that was being spoofed for this particular commercial was Carol of the Bells, and the characters who sang said spoofed Christmas carol were Nigel, aka Number 1, and Kooky, aka Number 3, from Codename Kids Next Door, Mac, Blue, Madame Foster, and Coco, the latter being used to keep the time of said Christmas carol, from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Ed and Eddie from Ed, Ed and Eddie, and Grim and Billy from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I first tuned into this commercial ever since I was a 13-year-old boy traveling alongside my dad, my mom, my younger sister, and my younger brother all throughout California, more specifically in San Francisco and Los Angeles, during my Christmas break. And as I heard Kooky, Mac, Eddie, Billy, Nigel, Ed, Madame Foster, Grim, Blue, and Coco singing this spoofed Christmas carol, my eyes and ears could not be taken off the screen because of just how memorable it was. Every time I tuned into Cartoon Network, I was anticipating this particular commercial, and it left me with a whole bunch of smiles, laughter, and cheer because of just how memorable and catchy their spoof of Carol of the Bells was. Sure, it was an advertisement to promote a lot of the old and new Christmas specials that were about to air on Cartoon Network, but it worked so well because of just how catchy this spoof of Carol of the Bells was, especially when it came out of these characters' mouths, which made the viewing and listening experience a whole lot more fun, and it managed to get me into these said Christmas specials, depending if I thought some of them were good or bad. And they definitely varied by quality. There were some excellent ones, such as the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas, some really great ones, such as 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas from the Powerpuff Girls, Operation Naughty from Codename Kids Next Door, Billy and Mandy Save Christmas from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and Jingle Jingle Jangle from Ed, Ed and Eddie. Some met ones such as the Crypto the Super Dog Christmas Special, as well as that Christmas movie starring Casper, which was in CGI, and some terrible ones which have aged so poorly, such as Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Despite what I felt about each and every one of them, I always looked forward to Cartoon Network's Holiday Rush's commercial because of just how catchy, fun, and enjoyable it really was. And it also helped that the characters were singing their spoof of Carol of the Bells, all gathered up by one huge snowball until they plummet to the ground, with Coco still keeping time with her signature go, 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 which I thought was really hilarious. Sometimes when looking back at this particular Christmas commercial from Cartoon Network, I wish there could have been a full version of this spoofed song, let alone a music video, to add to the overall excitement and fun I had with the Cartoon Network character spoof of Carol of the Bells. That would have been really worthwhile. And looking back at Cartoon Network's Holiday Rush, this was also a microcosm of why I loved the era between 2004 to 2006, which was also known as the CN City era. The Cartoon Network City era, at least to me, was where Cartoon Network truly peaked in innovation, in creativity, and just how much they were able to make their characters not only interact with each other, but build a world in which they can all get together and where they can live their lives, as well as find some very interesting concepts to make each of their interactions function in a way that makes all of these commercials so memorable. And Cartoon Network's Holiday Rush was definitely one of its most memorable commercials all thanks to the spoof of Carol of the Bells. And this is also coming from what had to be my most favorite era of Cartoon Network, the Cartoon Network City era, which was filled to the brim with creativity, filled to the brim with innovation, and bore a whole lot of fun, excitement, and anticipation, whether one was tuning into the newest episode of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends or Codenamed Kids Next Door, or absolutely enjoyed how all these different cartoon characters from different Cartoon Network shows interacted with each other and had a ball with each other. When it came to my listening experience of Cartoon Network's Holiday Rush, I seriously have to give it to Laura and Tom, Sean Marquette, Tony Sampson, Richard Stephen Horvitz, Ben Diskin, Candy Milo, Matt Hill, Greg Eagles, and Keith Ferguson for making this commercial all the more memorable, especially since they lended their awesome voices to these memorable characters. They certainly knew their characters inside and out, and they were able to make this particular Cartoon Network commercial all the more memorable and fun, not only to listen to and watch, but also to go back to with a lot of glee, warmth, and a lot of nostalgia just flowing in my veins. In conclusion, Cartoon Network's Holiday Rush was one of my favorite commercials for a reason. It had a lot of my favorite characters singing their spoof of Carol of the Bells, which they managed to do so with a lot of fun and joy and laughter. And even though this was a promotional for all the Christmas specials that were about to be caught on Cartoon Network, it managed to work so well because of how much it was able to convince me to tune into each of these said Christmas specials while do so in a very charming and fun way. Furthermore, despite the varying qualities of each of these Christmas specials, I will always come back to Cartoon Network's Holiday Rushes commercial for bringing a lot of fun, excitement, and joy all throughout the holiday season. And for those of you who caught Cartoon Network's Holiday Rush, what'd you think of it? Was there really a lot of fond memories that you had with this particular commercial? Did you remember catching this when you were a lot younger? If so, please tell me if you definitely enjoyed watching this or anticipating for this every time you watched Cartoon Network. Or did you feel like Cartoon Network's Holiday Rush was just a commercial and nothing more? Comment below and let me know. Well, that's it for my tribute to Cartoon Network's Holiday Rush. Tune in much later for my tribute to a Christmas commercial from Animax, which has managed to be held so dearly to my heart. So until then, happy holidays, everybody!